あの夜も
Hey guys, welcome to the Otaku Podcast. I am Daniel.
I am Jonathan.
And I'm Nathaniel.
Here coming at you supersonic speed.
That's
Nathan rapping.
Yeah, in case
If
you
you
didn't know.
slow
what
it
he
down
said.
really, really slow, you'll understand every word.
Sounds kind of like if you slow it down, then it's at the speed of Eminem.
Right.
Yeah.
He's so slow.
Yeah, Eminem. Pick it up, man.
Get it together.
We got a good lineup today
We are lined up,
in a row.
Mm-hmm.
and we also have a good lineup of topics.
And I do not know at all what Jonathan's drinking, but it smells absolutely divine.
It's coffee.
But like it's not normal coffee. Normal coffee doesn't smell like that.
It's
That's
cinnamon
creamer?
roll.
There's cinnamon roll coffee.
Yep.
Did you just take a cinnamon roll and put it in the coffee, or is it a flavor?
It's cinnamon creamer with a touch of cinnamon coffee.
Oh.
Did I say cinnamon?
You
It's
said cinnamon.
peppermint. It's peppermint.
Wait,
Oh,
is this
wait.
cinnamon or peppermint?
confused
It's
now.
peppermint creamer with a touch of cinnamon coffee.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I do drink a little bit of coffee with my creamer.
Coffee joke.
See, they laughed. Those
The
people.
audience liked it. See, you guys.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
get it.
everyone
You
out
get it.
there in front of
You
us.
right there.
Not these anime figurines that are staring at us while we record this podcast. Oh, yeah. You're going to hit us with the update?
Update?
Anime
The
update.
weekly
The
anime
weekly-
update? Yeah.
The WAU?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of just watching what I talked about before. There's the wrong way to I don't know. I'm gonna like butcher everything right now, but it's the wrong way to be a healer, and there's let me look some stuff. You talk.
Also, I just want everyone to know that I branched out a little bit. I started the first episode of Ragna Crimson. That's been out for a while, though, huh? That's okay.
Not super long, so
Yeah, it's definitely something new for me. As far as shows like that go and incorporating time travel, I think the plot is pretty cool. I think the idea that, regret is such a big concept in life and you get to just like get a second chance even though it's not you kind of thing. I thought that was really cool. Like if you can go back in time and you could tell yourself everything you needed to know to be successful, would you do that? I mean,
Yes.
even if you don't get to benefit from it.
I mean, I think everybody to an extent just wishes, okay, if I can go back in time and like make some changes,
Mm-hmm.
these are the things I would do.
I mean, imagine how your life would be different if you went back and said, hey, get some Bitcoin
Right?
and then
And
sell
then
it on the
sell-
stage
yeah.
when it's like 60K.
yeah. I would have bought so much more Dogecoin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when it was like more money.
What's your Doge worth now?
Oh, man, I got like 7 Hondo Doge right now at like a whopping $50 in value.
Total.
Oh, wait, so
So-
you paid? You have 700 Doge. I thought you said you had $700
Oh, no.
and
no.
Doge that's now worth 50. I was like,
I got $50. No, I think back in the day I got like $40 and I bought a bunch of Doge when it was 4 cents and now it's worth 50.
oh, so you made
$10.
a little
I
income
can buy
there, yeah.
half of a McDonald's combo meal.
They're not half of a combo meal's $10. There's no
Oh.
way. There's no way it's that expensive.
That's true. Half of the 20 nuggets and 2 Big Mac meal.
What kind of combo meals are you buying?
I'm
if
fat,
half of
Nathan.
it is only $10.
He's buying the Big Macs.
Uh,
Big Macs.
that was like
The family combo.
that was a moment for me. Like, have you guys seen that video where the one guy's like auditioning for something and he's just like, my mother died before I was born.
Oh.
What?
What?
Have you guys seen that one?
Oh, that's such a good
I'll have to
video.
show you that sometime. That's a good one.
That makes
That's a good one.
That makes the sense.
That makes sense. But when he said it in the video, like I actually didn't catch on until one of the judges was
Wait.
like, "Now wait, what?"
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
I
We'll
won't
link
spoil
that in
for
the
you, but,
we'll link that in the description.
link it down below.
Damn.
Next to that
There.
subscribe button, smash that subscribe.
Have you guys noticed that
button.
YouTube, whenever you say subscribe, it lights up the button for the viewer? If the
Really?
person in the video says
Subscribe.
subscribe, look at the video or the button, and it'll like rainbow light up.
Wow.
I don't know how long it's been going. Like that may be old news at this point, but
Maybe
I noticed
I
that.
never noticed it, but now I'm gonna say subscribe like 100 times.
subscribe.
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 Thank you.
Subscribe.
Subliminal messages though.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm watching anime weekly update.
Mm.
I am watching the Unwanted Undead Adventurer, which I think I've said before is just out of a guy who dies in a dungeon and he's reborn as a skeleton, and he's trying to get as close to human again as he possibly can. He doesn't want to be a skeleton right now. He actually is leveling up pretty quick, faster as a skeleton. Right now he's actually a ghoul, and that's why I say like he's trying to get as close to a human again as possible, because he was a skeleton, now he's a ghoul, and then if he keeps leveling up, then he'll get potentially closer to a human.
And some people are just born human. That's unfair.
I know.
Unfair.
Poor guy.
Poor guy.
God doesn't love him. Also I'm watching The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic, which is just kind of a silly show about a guy who gets isekai'd on accident to another world. It's like there's two heroes who get isekai'd, and then this guy just kind of like steps into the circle as they're getting isekai'd into another world, and he's like, "Oh, I'm here too."
I love that concept.
And then they like test them for magical ability, and he is a healer, and he has like a mentor who kind of trains very orthodoxically, if that's a word. It's hard to say. So they use it to like fight, because like you punch something and it hurts you, but if you're constantly using your healing magic on yourself, it doesn't hurt as much.
Oh, it's kind of like in My Hero, where Midoriya has the girl on his back constantly reversing as he's blowing himself up.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's kind of like that. Like he uses it in other ways, and they haven't gotten to it, a lot of it, but we're only in episode 3. So, next thing is my instant death ability is overpowered, and he's just kind of he's with this girl, and everybody's trying to just like everybody seems to be evil.
Okay.
Like they're all trying to, they all have ulterior motives with him and his partner, and they catch on to it, and they end up getting killed because his ability is just to like, he can look at you and you die. It is overpowered.
That is OP.
Another season of Tsukimichi. I actually haven't really been watching the second season, but I'm going to get back into it. Buchigiri, the second episode should be coming out today. It's another one of those. He's in a school with a bunch of hooligans, and it's kind of like one of those schools where it's just made up of gangs.
Oh.
And there's a hierarchy and stuff, and in the first episode, he comes up against this guy who's like the head honcho at the school. He's also a big jerk. He's dating his sister. He takes his the head honcho's sister on a date.
Oh.
And you can imagine how he would feel about that. Like he's not happy about anybody dating his sister, so he wants to fight him, and he gets he seems to be getting a new ability from a genie that gives him some strength, and at the end of the last episode he just like punches him in the face, and it looks pretty effective. It was super effective. Super. And lastly, Solo Leveling, which is what we're going to talk about, because we watched 3 episodes yesterday, and for you guys, it was the first time. That's the second time I've watched the first 2 episodes, and the first time I watched episode 3. So, what'd you think?
I just want to start off by saying that you're a terrible person publicly in front of everyone here.
Accept this.
Jonathan knows exactly that I like to watch the whole season in one sitting or like in a row. I don't like to wait.
You have to suffer with me.
Like, what is this? Is this 2007 when you're trying to watch an episode of Lost every single week?
It's not Netflix. It doesn't come out with the whole season at once.
I know. I wish. That's the thing. I like to know what happens next. I don't like to wait. And sure, I could read. But why would I read when I can use my eyes to just take in the action
and read the subtitles?
And why read a book when I can read a TV? No, but in truth, I liked it. That's really good.
Yeah,
I think it's
awesome.
fun.
It's a great concept. I mean, I feel like it's just different enough. I think I explained it last week. Like Gate, like there's an anime called Gate, but that one's a little bit more like modern day Japan is kind of helping invade like this old medieval based magical world, and Gate is a little bit more like the tanks are actually really effective. But the idea is still like you have a gate that you go through and you step into that magical world. So Solo Leveling is that way, where these gates are appearing, and hunters have to step into this magical world where there's just a bunch of enemies that you have to be. It's kind of like, it's like an RPG or like playing Dungeons and Dragons or something. You know, you have your hunters. Except I guess the difference is the hunters generally will be awakened with their powers, and then that's their powers. Like they can't really scale much.
Oh yeah, that was a question I had. So if you start at a certain class, you're not able to like level up to other classes. Like that's just where you are.
It did mention that you can reawaken. They're rarely, but it does happen. You can reawaken. So say you start as a class D or something, you can reawaken as a class B. So something like that.
And I think another thing they mentioned too is with training, even if you're a class B or something,
you're
because you
probably
have
not gonna
battle
get out of
skill.
class B.
But if you get like lots of battle skill and technique, you can logically be more effective and move up. But it's not because you're more powerful; it's because you have more experience.
Yeah, and I mean, if you are doing that, you're probably already closer to that other class than other people. Like, if you started as like a low class B, you're probably never going to get to a class A.
Yeah, you'd probably maybe become a higher class B, but yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
But if you picked up on it, obviously his Jinwoo, this is the main character. His ability that he gets is more like a video game where he gains experience, he gets challenges, he gets rewards and experience that help him level up. So the potential for him is maybe greater.
Yeah. Maybe he could potentially break that norm and actually move beyond those class systems.
Yeah, I'm really curious. As your third anime watched,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think about it so far?
I was hooked. I definitely was disappointed that there was only 3 episodes out. I thought it was all released, and so we were going to be like watching a whole season or something, and then found out that we weren't. So that was disappointing.
Don't worry. Once it's done, we'll watch the whole thing at once.
We'll have a
Again.
watch party.
No, it's good. I would recommend it. As someone who doesn't watch that much anime, that was a cool one to sit through.
Yeah, and I want to put a plug in here for anyone watching that has like money or skill to make an app that is just like that game leveling system
Yeah.
so that you can help people lose weight and somehow punish them. I don't know what the punishment looks like, but like some way because
Daniel
that's
wants to get
effective.
punished.
Maybe I do, or maybe
Darkness.
I just think like when I tell myself go work out, it's like, ugh. But if there was a freaking computer AI that was like, hey, work out, or I'm gonna murder your soul, it's like, oh yeah,
I'm
I'll
gonna
work
come
out.
find you.
I will work out. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do those push-ups.
Especially if, like, after a workout, one of your rewards is that you get instantly replenished back to full health.
Oh, I know.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, and something about that too is, you know how he's like when he levels up with the game, he gets to pick like, ooh, strength stat goes up.
Yeah.
That's happening anyway.
Yeah, that's
Which
true.
is kind of cool because I mean, he had to do all that exercise, so he got stronger.
Well, he gets it's more exponential growth because he's working out and he's like getting that growth, but on top of that he gets like that stat.
Extra growth. That would be
That
really
stat
cool.
increase.
That'd be cool. So if someone invent that, and I will beta test it.
There you go. You got your first beta tester.
I will. Yeah, hit me up. I'll do it. So
Sweet. And yeah, I'm super excited for more episodes to come out for that. But
yeah,
so the assignment for all of us really was to come up with a story. If you were to make your own anime, what would the story be? Daniel.
I'll go first. Even though you
Ethan.
just asked me to go. Dang it. All right. I'll go quick with mine.
Okay.
Because I love, these would be, well, the first one, I'll say them both quick. The first one would be in the style of Spy Family, right? So you have a normal suburban neighborhood and a lady moves into the neighborhood and it's really slice of life, right? Well, the landlord that owns the home lives next door, and it's this dude, right? And he's like a super nice guy, and she's super nice. And they meet, and they shake hands, whatever, and she moves into the home, but
Twist.
he's a serial killer who rents his house out to people and then kills them after a while,
Oh,
right?
This is what
you're gonna
Daniel
scare
would want
everyone from
an
using
anime to be.
Now,
Airbnbs.
Now, yeah, no, you should be scared of Airbnb. Anyways, now here's the thing. This lady, she moves into the house. Why did she move? Because she is a serial killer. And her goal is she moves around a lot to pick off people around her.
Oh,
So
this
she
isn't
chooses.
this isn't like an Airbnb short term. This
No.
is like a.
This is an apartment, like a
Okay.
like a house. That
I might
she's
have
renting.
missed that.
It is short term because you die.
There it is.
So she chooses him as her first target, and he chooses her because that's what he does. But they have to keep up appearances to not be caught by the law. So they are the best neighbors to each other ever, but they thwart each other's attempts to kill each other because they're trying to figure out how to kill the other person.
Interesting.
Wouldn't that be good?
That would be good.
Okay.
Okay.
Real fast, number 2.
Okay.
You have a guy who is a cop who infiltrates the Yakuza, right, as a gang member. His goal is to dissolve the Yakuza from the inside.
Okay.
So he's being mentored by someone that he doesn't know that guy is also trying to dissolve the Yakuza from the inside. Now, this gang is the most violent, evil gang ever. So this guy who's trying to dissolve it from the inside has to do bad things to keep up appearances. So the new cop guy has to do some bad things to keep up appearances. Well, little do they know, the Yakuza leader is also a guy trying to dissolve the Yakuza.
Oh my
But he has to keep up appearances, so he does a bunch of bad stuff too. But then you come to find out that everyone in the gang is trying to dissolve the Yakuza. But they all can't let each other know that.
You've got to keep appearances.
And so just to keep up appearances, they have a whole criminal organization. And they're trying to find a way to out each other without getting caught. But it never works.
They're sustaining the organization by trying to bring the organization down.
Yes.
That's interesting.
And so you as the viewer get to see everyone like first person and their efforts, but humorously gets thwarted and they end up doing something worse so that the gang grows even more violent and stuff to the point where they are like the leading Yakuza gang in all of Japan.
Interesting.
I had to do all that crime to keep up the appearances.
I can't let them know that I'm secretly trying to dissolve the gang. And so the guy who is the current Yakuza boss started out low and went all the way to the top. And then everyone behind him was going up to the top. I like the idea of maybe having one person who's actually a Yakuza in the gang.
Yeah.
He's like the only one, though.
He's like the weakest and most insignificant, though.
Yeah, I know, right? So, no, I love that. Anyways,
Nice.
those are my two ideas. Someone with funding, go do it. I'll give you permission.
Yeah.
Great.
Daniel's.
Wait.
Wait.
Oh, it's Daniel's turn again, apparently.
Nathan's turn.
Number 3.
So I obviously love D&D, as you guys know, which I didn't always used to love D&D. It's only been a recent addition into my life because of Daniel.
Because of me.
For like a year, Daniel was trying to get me into it, and then I never would succumb, and then I succumbed.
To his advances.
To my advances.
I think so. I don't know how you would want to go about this. I think there's kind of two cool ways you could go about it, but a D&D-esque anime. So you're following like a party, and they're going on different quests. And honestly, the campaign that Daniel ran recently, when we conquered the town, and then use that town to conquer another town, and then we're starting to grow our empire and things like that. I think that would be cool to see that kind of played out as an anime.
As a slime.
As a what?
No slimes. Jonas Hashka, the anime.
Yes, Jonas Hashka, the anime. But you remember, like a couple years ago, Daniel, there was this like choose your own adventure Netflix show.
Oh,
thing.
Yeah.
So it'd be kind of cool if you had a D&D anime, but it was a choose your own adventure. And so maybe like a couple times during the episode, like the characters are about to do something, and then the viewer is able to like click, like if they wanted, maybe you had like 2 modes. You have just like watch only, where it just kind of chooses it for you, or the viewer can like click a mode, and then that takes the story down like a different path or something.
Choose your own adventure anime would be really cool.
Yeah,
I think that'd
I like
be
that
neat.
idea.
I mean, the poor animators that have to draw all those outcomes,
Yeah,
but
that'd be
still, it would
intense.
be really cool, I think.
yeah, I think that'd be cool. That way, it's like you're playing D&D, and maybe like you get like a group of 4 guys, and each of you kind of pick one of the characters in the show, and then when that character has to make a decision, you're the one who makes the decision and stuff. And so that'd be kind of cool. But then you get to watch it all play out visually and things like that.
Smart.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Very cool. You guys are creative.
What was yours?
That's why you guys are DMs.
Wow.
I'm not.
Yeah, tell us your cool story.
Yeah, your cool story as a slime.
So good. It's about this guy who gets isekai'd into a magical world, and he's a slime.
Oh man, I've never even heard about that. That's so unique.
So mine's I tried to combine some stuff that I like. I called it the Shadow King. So it is an isekai because I actually do like isekais, but it's about a guy who is like the best assassin in the world, and there is an anime about that, but this one, he's the best assassin in modern day world. He gets isekai'd into a magical world called Cethelia, and he is mistaken for a prophesied hero who takes over the throne. I'm thinking that there was a king, and their kingdom was crumbling. So they needed a hero to like take over and kind of bring the kingdom back from the bottom back to the top. So something happens with the actual prophesied hero. He just like trips and falls off a cliff or something.
Nice.
And so he gets isekai'd because God still wants this to happen or something. And so he's king, but the way that he rules is in the shadows. So he kind of rules in the shadows, kind of like Batman, because I like Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of goes around at night and cleans up the streets. And I definitely want to have some kind of magical power aspect to it. So he's just kind of overpowered. He has to be overpowered in some way.
That's how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Very similar to like what's the Eminence and Shadow.
yeah.
Kinda-
So Eminence in Shadow. He obviously trains a ton, and when he's isekai'd into this new world, he's got a leg up on everybody. So it is kind of like that, but I think this guy would have kind of more like technological experience, so he can probably like build things that from the ground up, kind of like an Iron Man thing, except it's more like Batman because Batman actually has like martial arts abilities.
Mm-hmm.
So just somebody who is essentially a jack of all trades and has the ability to very effectively rule because he has all this experience from a more complex world that he's bringing to a lesser,
More primitive.
land. Yeah.
I like
So-
that. I think that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be cool.
And he still gets to assassinate people, but he does it in the name of the kingdom now. And it brings up the glory. Basically like converting the Gotham Kingdom kind of esque thing.
It's cool. I'd watch that.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
That'd be cool.
Nice.
All right.
I like these challenges. They're kind of fun to kind of press your mind a little bit. See how you like things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's kind of more fun to just sit and ponder and think about like what I would do if I was creating an anime and things like that. So that was pretty fun.
Oh, yeah. Do you have the next week's topic?
I don't. Do you?
This was my topic.
No. I don't have anything for next week.
All right.
Because
okay.
Yeah. So, what was this? Was this your idea to create a story? Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Okay. So
All right,
I'll come up with something.
I got
Don't
this
worry.
next week's one.
Okay.
Who of all your waifus anime's feet do you like the best?
Oh. I guess I am gonna come up with the next one.
I'll be here till Thursday. Actually.
I was trying to do the cheer, but I pushed the wrong button.
I honestly didn't think about it because I was just excited to have the gang here. It's nice to have Daniel and Nathan all here in person.
Excited to be back on the podcast. It's been a while.
I know. We've been navigating the treacherous waters without your guidance.
They've been looking good. I've been watching every episode.
Nice.
you.
Thanks.
Looking good.
Sweet.
Well,
You also, just so you're aware, and I don't know how many of these you've been watching, but just to kind of like plug, we have some videos coming out on TikTok and on YouTube Shorts. We're putting the podcast on Spotify, so it's on Spotify and YouTube. So
Nice.
check them out.
check them out.
Like and subscribe. See that little button as it's lit up down below? Click it.
I hope it lights up.
I hope. Hopefully, because of that video, it does
Feel
it.
like
terrible.
Maybe it's only for like certain creators get that.
Yeah, cool.
Perk.
We'll get it.
We'll see. We'll rewatch this video and see if it lights up.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, I think that's our time. Thanks everybody for joining us, and stay tuned for the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
あの夜も